Hey guys, welcome back to another segment of the Thomian Legion podcast, Stewards edition. On my right, we are Navishka Yapa. On my left, Aaron D'Souza, Haritha Ramanayaka, Cheran Jayaratnam, Niven Nanyakara, and I'm Dimitri Jayawardena.
So, as a house prefect, Charan, how was your experience selling souvenirs during the big match?
Well, the experience as a whole was extremely different from all the other big matches we've attended before. And well, selling souvenirs was an interesting experience. Well, being able to go to almost all the tents and trying to talking to everyone you see and trying to persuade them to buy souvenirs from you. It was tough at some times, but definitely a fun, interesting experience.
But the big match day, when big match starts, how we have to come in the morning to collect our souvenirs because they have to give it to all the house prefects. How many house prefects are
I
there?
think last year we had 141 house
Yeah,
prefects.
so even the college prefects have to have, like, that's a major job for them to actually give out the souvenirs. So I don't think they have ever come that early in the morning before.
Yeah, actually.
Souvenirs and stuff.
We have to come like really early and they distribute all the souvenirs and we get in the bus and go to SSC.
Yeah, that's like going on the bus. Most of them were sleeping.
Yeah, everyone's asleep.
All of us are sleeping. I was there just taking pictures of everyone in the bus. So when we arrive at SSC, we take our souvenirs and then
The
we
flag.
wait, and the flag. We go to the grounds and then take our flag, take the massive flag, fold it out, and we go on a small round, right?
Yeah.
And then after that we come back to the tent.
To the tent,
and
yes.
then the college prefects give us a go to sell the
We
souvenirs.
start off with a Tora Para and then we all go sell the souvenirs.
Then only the selling of souvenirs starts. That's like an entire different ballgame,
Yeah.
selling souvenirs.
It varies on different days. On the first day, you have to sell it. Like, you can sell it to anyone because they can't give you excuses saying they have bought another one from somewhere.
Yeah.
But then on the days, it changes. So the first day, normally you sell it to the boys and anyone you don't see having a souvenir. Second day is like when all the other people come, like the girls and the parents, and so you can target that crowd. And and then the third day is like the full drunk scene. Where all the drunk uncles come, you can just sell it to anyone, they just give the money and take it, just to send us off somewhere.
When you take the 3 days of big match, the crowd is completely different on each day. Like
Yeah.
the most hyped up day, I think, is the third day
Yeah, the
because
third
that's they like a lot of people come.
Yeah.
So you
First-
the
first-
crowd is like completely different on each day.
So again, as you were saying,
Yeah, I was gonna say the first day it's only mainly like the old boys and our students. Second day, I think for the third session after tea break, I think the girls join us because they have school and
oh, they join you.
they join the big match. Yeah, I'm in Boston all the time. I don't know. Oh well, since
Yapa.
that came up, Yapa, what would you say you were doing last big match?
So
Yeah.
I was going around all the tents, you know,
You
trying
know.
to sell my souvenirs.
And which tent did you end up in?
Probably boys tent.
Are you sure?
Are you
'Cause,
sure?
Or was it the tent just
next to boys.
So if I remember quite clearly, it was the boys tent. Yeah.
Because I remember when we were going around the ground and doing the Tora Paras, I remember seeing you inside stables, to be specific.
Yeah, we were standing on the stables, the fence
Yeah,
there,
and
we
doing
saw
I
Tora
the
think
Paras.
it was a very warm day for all of us.
Ah,
I think we all
okay.
saw things.
Really?
But yeah, I was doing my work in the boys tent.
Did you do duty last year as a steward?
So the Ragarites couldn't come the first day. So we
Okay.
joined big match on the second and third day. And when you were talking about coming in the morning, we had practice in the morning, and we joined you all afterwards. So
Okay.
That was the first time that the Rugrites got to come for the big match, right?
During the previous years, our coaches didn't allow us to come for big match because they thought we'd get dehydrated and they didn't want us to get distracted. But our coach, like, luckily they allowed us to come this year.
That's because you had a match on Wednesday, right? I think, no.
No, we had a match on one of the big match days, if I remember right.
So
And we
even-
came, I think the first day, and we came the second day.
So even for me, last year, my first time being a steward at a big match, on the first day I had to play a President's Cup match. That's the first time we ever played. Actually, the second time we ever in that tournament.
Yeah.
So at around 12 o'clock I had to leave. So I came, sold the souvenirs with ease.
Yeah.
With ease.
Did you sell the souvenir? Did you just buy all the
No, I
souvenirs?
sold everything.
Are you sure?
So I mainly stayed near the main entrance, the SSC main entrance. I stayed there and finished everything.
You gave them for free, yeah, one by one.
No, I sold them. I covered whatever I had to cover.
Okay.
I think he got all his dad's employees to buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. We went, so I had to leave. I left with 3 other stewards and one of our college prefects, Shaz, you remember. We went, played the match. We actually won that match. And then
That's a surprise.
we actually had a choice whether we should be, like, the college prefects would be lenient on us, and we had a choice whether to come back for big match or just take the day off.
Okay.
So the others took the day off while I came.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
no. We were planning on, all of us were planning on taking the day off, but then because due to the big match hype, and it's because it's our first time being a steward, we came back together and the party started at the boys' team.
This was the first day.
This was the first day, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that entire experience is something you want to miss.
No, yeah,
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
especially after selling all the souvenirs, all the stewards would come back to the boys' tent and we would start the party there.
Yeah.
We would
We were first time
basically,
at lunch though.
yeah, we
The
would,
submarines from Dynamo.
Dynamo.
I remember it was like a really good experience when we went around the ground, like next to the boundary, where we went around and went on all the tents and tried to give the over party.
Yeah, actually about that, last year it was very different compared to the previous years because normally the stewards are not allowed on the ground. Even the year before last, the 140th Battle of the Blues, we were only allowed to go just before the matches ending. So like the last session only we were allowed to get
And
on
that's
the ground.
because we were winning only, right?
Yeah, that's because we were winning. But last year I think all 3 days we were allowed to
All
go on the
3 days
ground.
we were allowed,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that was a new experience for all of us.
I think that was the first time that stewards actually allowed to go around, get to the
Yeah.
ground and go around.
So much. Yeah.
Doing the Thoraparas were different, like going to each tent and then like getting up on the fence and then recognizing people in the
Yeah.
tent. That's like, so I went.
Like
I went,
Yapa in stables.
So I went to one of the tents and I actually saw my sailing coach there. And like, she had nothing to do with Thomas, so I was like, why are you here? So yeah.
Speaking of that, I don't think it's just the Royalists and Thomians who come for the big match. Like the Royto is something that everyone comes
Yeah.
for. It's not just the Royals and Thomians. Their friends. All the other schools where they come, it's like one of the most happening events of the year. Everyone's like looking forward to the Royto.
Even the international school guys, they just want to come and just experience that whole. It's like a big party for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
So
Like-
although the main focus should be on the cricket match,
I mean, I think a lot of the guys don't really watch the match.
Yeah, you for example.
No, I was watching the match. Yeah.
I think at the big match, again, you have like different types of. The crowd is, you can differentiate the crowd. You have the
Yeah.
people who are actually interested in the match and they focus entirely on the match. They know, okay, you ask him how much did he score, he'll just tell it straight off.
Yeah, even when we won on the 140th big match, I was actually at stables. Sadly.
No
Uh,
surprise.
I was with you.
So like
was
this-
Yapa
it was
also
a-
there?
Yeah,
We could
no,
come-
he could come to
yeah,
the
no.
thing. So we were actually, because it was Ryan's first time playing in the big match, right?
Yeah.
And he hadn't played any match before, and then he was just stuck in the big match. Luckily for him. So we were like, when Ryan went to bat and the whole match, instead of the whole stables vibe, we were actually watching the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember while I was in the camp, like me and my guys in my grade, we'd always ask how much did Ryan score? Did he get the 50? You know,
And
what
when
exactly was happening with Ryan?
And
Because
then-
that was what we were most interested in.
And then when Ryan got his 50, like everyone went crazy. Because especially the few the friends of his, like that was a
Even us, we felt the same. Like
Yeah, and
Happiness.
since you all were in stables, you all wouldn't have known the boys' tent. We were going
No, we
even
knew the boys
crazier.
well because he was right next to Steward.
But
So we had
you
the
didn't
best of both
experience
worlds.
it, no?
I mean, to see one of your own batsmen scoring a 50 at the Royal Thomian encounter is, I think, a real experience, and it's like a real. You feel it like that.
Feel
Feel,
proud.
yeah.
Yeah, actually.
You really feel proud of them, yeah.
And but the craziest thing which happened last year was the fight that happened after the match.
After the third day.
So what really happened there, Aaron?
About the fight, I don't know. I was outside boys' tent and suddenly I just heard noises. I just heard people screaming. I looked and I see a massive crowd just running into boys' tent. Obviously, I also ran after that. We all ran, and now everyone just pushed us into the boys' tent. Now we were on our side, and suddenly the royalists start coming from the entrance side, so behind the tent, and we all ran there. And there was a huge fight there. A few of our fellow prefects got injured also.
We were asked to sit down.
Yeah.
While like all the stewards had to sit down while the college people sorted the fight out. But then they really sorted it out.
I remember seeing certain guys get really emotional also.
Yeah.
And some of us had to go and calm them down, and like talk to them.
And we had to like restrain a couple of fellows who really
Really wanted
wanted
to.
to.
There was this one dude with a broken arm trying to go break through some punches. Bro, that was crazy. And then there's another guy, Mr. Shanuk. He went with the flag. And he came out with the flag. It was like half broken. Like the poppa just broke off.
I mean, I remember one of our college friends coming back. He went in for the fight. He came back with a pair of broken glasses.
Wonder who that was.
Wonder who that was.
But yeah, I mean, to be honest, to this day, I don't think we know how the fight actually started. The reason for the fight to start.
No one knows.
It was actually like multiple fights.
Yeah, at
and
the
we were
same
just
time.
in the middle. We were just sitting, and there were like a lot of fights happening all around us.
Yeah, actually, I think there were about 3-4 fights happening at the same time because it was the same crowd.
It was like Thomian and House Steward, Royalists, someone.
Yeah,
this
like
one, that one.
stewards versus stewards, and then normal students versus students, and some sports fight also. I don't know.
That's
Stuff
what
like
happens
that.
at the big match. If
Big
one
match.
small fight is enough to like get
Yeah,
the entire
exactly.
crowd.
I think that was the first fight I properly witnessed. At
Yeah,
a big
actually,
match.
that was like one of the first fights that we
Yeah.
involved in.
I've seen old boys fight a lot, but not such a big fight like
No,
last
I
year.
think we'll always be outnumbered, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll always,
definitely.
the Thomians will always be outnumbered.
But we'll never back off. So
Thomians,
Quality over quantity.
yeah.
So even I remember at the SSC where just it was I think on the left of the where the players stayed
Yeah.
the dressing room. There were people like when he won, there were people throwing from there. There were people throwing
Yeah,
their
yeah,
cans and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
right to the stage
Into
and
the
stuff.
yeah, I saw that. When we take the flag around the ground, they
Yeah.
store old bottles and beer cans and stuff like that onto the flag and stuff like that.
Yeah, even that's fun, huh?
Yeah, it's fun, but
Different type of
it's
fun.
annoying when you have to clean the flag after that.
So what do you all think about this year's team and this year's big match?
This year's team, there are 4 colors, man. But the
Yeah.
team is still not decided. But there's a squad of 22. From that 22, they'll choose 11. They later, after their performance, to play big match.
Yeah, I don't think there are any guaranteed spots in the team, but I think today they're playing St. Joseph's,
Yeah,
and
it's going really well.
yeah, it's going really well. We have 3 half centuries and 1 century, so I think the team is really picking up their game, and I think they'll be ready for big match to face
Matchmate
Royal.
Ryan is the
Vice
vice captain this year, and
We have Aaron's matchmate
Yeah.
also, Charlie Nimel.
He's captain in the team, one of my oldest friends, and yeah, it's a really young team, and I think this will be a good experience for them as well for future years, for the next year, the year after that.
This team will have a bright future.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think for a fresher team, they're doing quite well.
They're doing really well. Yes. Alright, guys, I think that's all the time we have for this segment. I would like to thank all of you all for watching this podcast, and also I wish our team the very best for the 142nd Battle of the Blues. Thank you.
Cinnamon Legend spices, foods, beverages and personal care. Now at Keels, Cargill's, Arpico supermarkets, leading stores and pharmacies. www.cinnamonlegends.com 0112 738373. Mahesh?
Gayan!
සවන් දෙන්න
මිනිත්තුවක් දෙන්න.
ඔයාගේ ඇඟෙන් එන ගඳට දාඩිය එක ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන විෂ බීජ හේතු වෙනවා. ඒකයි ඔයා ඩෙටෝල් කූල් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන. දුගඳ වහනය සිදු කරන විෂ බීජ 99.9%ක්ම නැති කරන්න ඒකට පුළුවන්. මෙන්තෝල් නිසා නැවුම් බහුකු තියෙනවා. මගේ නිවස ඩෙටෝල් නිසා ආරක්ෂිතයි.
Sri Lanka Telecom and Mobitel have formed a formidable force by unifying their services to lead the evolution of digital technology in Sri Lanka. SLT Mobitel, the connection.
We'd been planning our dream holiday for some time. Finally, everything clicked. A few weeks off and a great deal on flights with Lot. I checked many offers, but Lot was unbeatable. Amazing food and comfortable seats, and more than enough space to relax and work out our travel plans or get a good night's sleep. This will be the journey of a lifetime.
Be our guest. Lot Polish Airlines, a Star Alliance member.